Wagwan, it's your boy Rasta back here with another video for y'all. And oh yeah, and for people who probably wondering like what happened to the lizard that was in the background, he just gone for a couple of days. He'll be back, so he might be in my next video. No, I don't know about my next one. He might be back. You know, I ain't finna be worried about him, but he good though. He'll be back in in the videos. But today we're gonna get into this criminal history of Chief Keef, and I know for whoever been rocking with me since I had probably 5 subscribers, my subscribers just went up in like 2 days. I got 132 now, I think. So I see a lot of people fucking with me though. At first, I thought it was gonna take a little minute to take off. Well, I mean, it still is taking a little minute to take off, but I only got like 7 videos on there. I think I only got 7 videos on there. But man, I just appreciate all the support and love, man. I've been on Twitter, I've been getting love from some people on Twitter, and they've been giving me videos to react to. This is a suggestion from one of my Twitter homies, I guess I'll say that. He said I should react to this, and the next one, I think I'm gonna do maybe a Chirac Street Legend one. I know I had got a recommendation to do that one too. And I might do like the chaos story or something, I don't know. But yeah, I appreciate all the love though. And I'ma fuck with y'all just like I said, like y'all fuck with me. When I get to enough subscribers, yada yada yada, like when I get to 1K subscribers, I'm gonna do a little giveaway for y'all. It ain't gonna be nothing much, but at least I'm trying to do something. You feel me? A lot of YouTubers, they get the subs and don't show none of their subs no love. But I'm gonna do like a giveaway once I get to like 1K subs, and then on from there, once I hit like 10K, I'm gonna do another giveaway. Then it's gonna be bigger than the one I did from the 1K. But I'm gonna stop talking. We're gonna get into this video. The criminal history of Chief Keef. Let's get it.
Chief Keef is one of the most iconic rappers in hip-hop history. At only 15 years old, the Southside Chicago rapper took the rap game by storm after being one of the first people to really put Chicago drill music on the map.
Let me say this too though. A lot of people don't give Chief Keef enough credit. This nigga, he gonna go down as one of the GOATs. And even if people don't agree with his style of rap or the way he rap, you gotta think about, you don't even have to be the greatest considerably just off of, your lyrics or, whatever this man is the greatest just because he influenced a whole fucking generation of rap, bro. He helped the whole wave come about. Put Chicago on the map. He put some New York niggas on the map. So shit, man, people gotta start giving this man his credit, bro. I feel like he probably, right now, one of the greatest rappers alive right now. Besides like Wayne and Snoop Dogg them. I think he'd be up there with them when it's all said and done just because off of the influence he gave for the rap industry, bro. But I mean, maybe one day everybody will see who really the GOAT.
Chief Keef's demonic style of hip-hop was like nothing we've ever seen before, and had everyone from the streets all the way to the suburbs anxiously awaiting for the next Chief Keef record to be released.
I know I would.
But it wasn't just the sound of the music that created all this hype around Chief Keef and the Chicago drill scene. It was rather the actual lyrics that he was saying in his music. It was all authentic. Nobody even questioned it for a second. All it took was 30 seconds of a Chief Keef song and a music video to figure out that Sosa was about that life. Whether he did the dirt himself or was around people who did, everyone knew that there wasn't any lies being told in his music. And Keef and his affiliates have the rap sheet to prove it. Here is an exclusive inside look at the criminal history of Chief Keef.
I knew he was about to say that shit. He said that shit was a call.
Chief Keef's first documented run-in with the law happened at the age of 15 on January 27th, 2011. Details are scarce on this arrest, but...
My bad. But in a corner, it said, like Zach TV, RIP or something like that. Zach TV was one of these one of the interviewers from Chicago. He was basically like how Flab be doing, but he'll do shit like go to a motherfucker actual hood, like where they posted at, where motherfuckers be getting shot at. He go and do an interview right there. Like, that man, I fuck with Zach so hard, man. It's crazy that he gone. And we literally just hooped with this nigga like a week before he died. We was at the Croc Center on the 119th and fuck is that? I forgot what street. It's right off Halsted though. If you go down Halsted and just keep going straight, you will run dead into that bitch. You will run dead into the Croc Center. That's what we was hooping at. Then a week later, my homie tell me like, man, you know Zach just got killed. Like, that shit crazy how you could be chilling with a motherfucker and shit, next week, next day, shit, next hour, they can be gone. Man, y'all better start appreciating y'all life, man. A lot of motherfuckers got like a lot of blessings and shit that they take for granted. Like, I was told this myself recently. That's why I'm telling it to y'all. And I don't want to be no preacher or nothing, but shit, bro, whatever you got, take pride into what you got. Like, y'all be looking at all these niggas on fucking social media. Y'all be looking at these niggas posting all this money and cars and like, that's cool and all, but is you happy with that? Like, bro, y'all look at these people and think that y'all doing bad in life, and y'all look at them and reflect their life off yours. You can't do shit like that. They got the money to do that shit, nigga. You can't. What you going? And then niggas be so fucking goofy. Y'all want what they want so bad that y'all go do like some illegal shit. Get y'all ass locked up for 20 years and be in that bitch crying and thinking like, damn, fuck am I? To impress some broke ass niggas or some broke ass bitches that y'all be around that ain't got shit going for themselves. Here your stupid ass go. Rob motherfucker thinking you. Man. I ain't finna keep preaching though. All I'm saying is take pride in what you got. Don't take y'all blessings for granted. Y'all woke up this morning, if y'all can see this video, that's a blessing. Not saying that seeing me could be your blessing, which probably kinda is. But just being able to wake up, shit, feel your legs, feel your arms, walk or something. Thank God that you got your legs and arms. There's people out here. I just went to fucking Walmart and seen a fucking lady get pushed in a wheelchair, no arms or leg. How the fuck is you? How can you live like that? I can't even live like that. Motherfucker cut my legs and arms off. You might as well go ahead and kill me. I don't even want to live. And that lady, she looked like she was enjoying life though. And that's crazy. She don't have no legs or arms and enjoying life. And you complaining because you ain't got no fucking Ferrari, boy? Is you serious? You fucking goofy.
From what the charges say, a young Sosa was either caught at the trap house or in the process of selling from what was produced from the trap house. Whatever it was, Chief Keef was detained in the act and was charged with manufacture and delivery of heroin near a school, public housing building, or park. Chief was charged with a Class X felony, but keep in mind he was only 15 at the time, which obviously made him a minor. In Chicago, juvenile offenders are found to be delinquent of charges rather than guilty of the charges. Sosa was let out of jail but sentenced to home confinement on the charge. The second arrest of Chief Keef happened on December 2nd, 2011, almost a year after his first arrest. Sources say that the police responded to a call of shots fired in the 6100 block of South Indiana Avenue. When officers arrived, they spotted Chief.
It's an ad. Oh my God. I don't even know why they do that shit. Then it's 15 seconds. But what's going on with y'all, man? Go ahead and let me know in the comment section how y'all day been. Give me some more suggestions.
Keef walking out of the front door of his grandma's apartment complex in the 6100 block of South Michigan Avenue, holding a coat over his hands that were in front of his waistband. Officers tried to stop and question the chief, but instead of cooperating, Sosa dropped the coat, flashed a blue steel handgun, and sprinted through the vacant lot next door to the apartments.
Damn.
Several officers immediately gave chase to the fleeing chief, who allegedly would stop and turn towards the police and point his pistol at the officers. This caused the officers to pull out their weapons as well, and even though Sosa did not shoot at the officers shot at him multiple times, but missed. After shots were fired, Chief Keef continued running for his life before other officers caught him a half a block away in an alley of the 6100 block of South Indiana Avenue. One officer claimed to have suffered multiple bruises in the act of trying to detain the chief. They also alleged that Chief Keef ditched his pistol throughout the chase, but it was soon recovered moments later, completely loaded and ready to go. Chief Keef was charged with 4 felonies for this incident, which included 3 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm on an officer and aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. They also charged the chief with a misdemeanor charge of resisting arrest. Sosa was held in the Cook County Juvenile Detention Center for a good while until the judge sentenced the chief to house arrest at his grandma's house. This next incident wasn't an arrest, but rather a pretty well-known investigation involving Chief Keef about a murder of a rival rapper, Lil Jojo. For those of you who are unaware, Chief Keef and the rest of GBE were going back and forth with a rival rapper named Lil Jojo. Just days before the tragic slaying of Lil Jojo, a video went viral of one of Chief Keef's good friends, Lil Reese, threatening to kill Lil Jojo after Jojo drove by their neighborhood, taunting them. Later that week, Jojo was killed while riding his bike. Chief Keef took to Twitter the day after the incident, tweeting, "It's sad because Jojo just wanted to be like us, hashtag LMAO." Despite the clear taunting online, no charges were filed. It is possible that no charges were filed due to Chief Keef claiming a hacker tweeted those tweets, but Jojo's brother begs to differ. Whatever the case may be, Jojo's murder is still unsolved to this day. After a few months of staying out of trouble, Chief Keef was ordered back into court for a probation violation stemming from a previous gun conviction. Authorities say that Keef went to a gun range for a music video shoot in New York. Chief Keef apparently wasn't allowed to be anywhere near firearms as one of the conditions of his probation. So when the judge found out about this, he wasn't happy. The judge sentenced Keef to 60 days in juvenile detention. At the sentencing, Chief Keef said to the judge, "I'm a very good-hearted person, and I'm sorry for anything I've done wrong. Give me a chance." And then, 3 months after his last sentencing, Chief Keef was arrested yet again in Atlanta for disorderly conduct after a security guard at Lane Meridian Atlanta Perimeter Hotel called 911 on the chief after claiming he was rolling marijuana in his hotel room. Chief Keef told TMZ his side of the story, which he claimed happened like this. "So, me and my homie Trey Savage was in the hotel room chilling when some fat-ass security guard started knocking on the door talking about how he needed to fix a water leak. So his ass walked in and started looking around at us and immediately gave me the racist look and then started talking shit to me. I told him, I thought he was here to fix a water leak, which he obviously lied because there was no water leak.
Exactly.
Then he immediately started talking shit to us. He told me that he was going to call the police on me, so I called him a bitch.
I hate bitches.
He kept saying how the police about to be on the way to lock me up, so I blew smoke in his face and pulled out 30 racks and said, I got the bond money. There's more where this came from. Keef says he felt the security guard was racist from the moment he walked in.
If you're that strict, you don't need to be
When
able
TMZ asked if the chief was smoking weed in the hotel room, his response was this. As for what I was smoking in the room, everyone needs to listen to my song with Uncle Ro, All I Smoke Is Gas. The next day, Sosa tweeted this to his fans to let him know he was free. Just got out of DeKalb County Jail in Atlanta, mad as f***. There's no update on what happened later in that case, but we can probably assume that the charges were dismissed. Sosa's next arrest happened on May 29, 2013, just days after his arrest in Atlanta. During the early morning hours, the chief was caught going 110 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone while riding in his BMW X6 on the Edens Expressway in Northfield, Chicago. When the police asked Mr. Keef the simple question, did you know your car was going 110 miles per hour, the chief gave them the iconic response of, well, it's a fast car, that's why I bought it. In the end, Chief Keef was taken away in cuffs and was cited with going twice over the posted speed limit and for violating stipulations on his driver's permit. Less than a month later, Chief Keef was ordered back into court for a speeding incident on the 29th. At sentencing, the 17-year-old rap legend pled guilty to doing 110 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone and was given 18 months of probation, 60 hours of community service, random drug tests, 8 hours of traffic school, and a $531 fine. The chief was now free to leave, but as he left the Skokie courthouse, police arrested him once again on a misdemeanor trespassing charge.
Bruh.
The chief was then rebooked and re-released moments later. Now, after spending the summer as a law-abiding citizen, Chief Keef turned himself in on October 15, 2013 to the Cook County authorities after testing positive for marijuana. The judge sentenced the chief to 20 days in county jail and was released on November 8, 2013. On his way out of jail, Chief Keef was notified that one of his conditions to get out required going to rehab for his weed problems.
He did go to rehab.
So, the chief did just that, and immediately flew to beautiful Los Angeles, California, and checked himself into rehab. After spending a couple of months in rehab, Chief Keef was free to return home to his mansion in Chicago. Almost immediately after returning home, the chief went back to his old ways and began chiefing on that good Southside Chicago kush like nothing ever happened. But that didn't last for too long, because on March 5th, 2014, less than 2 weeks after checking out of rehab, Chief Keef was pulled over in Highland Park, Illinois, early in the morning for having expired tags on his 2010 Jeep Cherokee. When the officers approached the vehicle, they claimed it reeked of pot, and the chief allegedly admitted to smoking pot before driving. The police then made the chief do a field sobriety test, and let's just say, the chief failed. Chief Keef was eventually charged with a DUI, driving on a suspended license, and cited for having no proof of insurance. Mr. Keef was quickly released after posting a $300 bail. Now, you're probably assuming his next encounter with the law will have something to do with the chief going to court for his DUI and getting sentenced, but no, that's not the case. Chief Keef apparently had enough of Chicago and decided to skip court and move to Los Angeles. For good. Like literally, for good. The moment Chief Keef steps back in Chicago, he will be arrested immediately due to his warrants and due to the mayor of Chicago's ban on Keith Kozar, aka Chief Keef.
Yeah, they did.
Now, this sounds bad, but it was honestly one of the best decisions Chief Keef has ever made. Since his move to Los Angeles, Chief Keef has stayed out of trouble for almost 3 years, with 0 run-ins with the law. But his hot streak came to a tragic end after he was arrested on January 26, 2017.
Look at Tato face.
Police raided his Tarzana mansion due to his alleged connection in the violent armed home invasion.
And look, Keef knows some shit in the crib, I'll say.
Sources say that producer Ramsey the Great was robbed at gunpoint in his Devonshire home and accused Chief Keef and friends of breaking into his home and holding them hostage with an AK-47 on January 19, 2017. Ramsey also stated that he was robbed of cash, a Rolex, and other valuables during the incident. Chief Keef and friends later bailed themselves out, and the case was ultimately thrown out in April 2019, due to Ramsey the Great getting sentenced to 10 years in prison for charges of human trafficking, pimping, and weapon possession. It was also noted that an alleged witness to the prosecution that agreed to testify against Chief Keef.
This nigga did human trafficking? I did not fucking know that. I was wondering what happened with that shit. I never heard it. Damn. Because I remember all that about the situation with him getting robbed and shit. But I never heard anything afterwards. And that's the fucking reason why. Got his ass booked for 10 years. And it's crazy, that's all he got for human trafficking. For trafficking, another motherfucking human, the only thing you get is 10 years. And he had 2 other counts with that shit. But that's crazy, I did not know that.
Mysteriously went missing before the upcoming trial. Mr. Chief, do you have anything to do with that?
Why he gonna tell you?
The Chief's next arrest happened on April 8th, 2017 in Miami Beach, Florida. Police claim that while Chief Keef was driving in a green Lamborghini, his passenger got out in the middle of traffic and started talking to the car behind theirs. Cops saw the commotion and thought they saw an exchange being made between the 2 suspects. This led to the police pulling over Chief Keef and ultimately discovering marijuana in one of the vehicles. Keef was charged with a DUI and was booked into jail moments later. During his sentencing, the cops revealed that they had found 8 different drugs in the Chief's system at the time of his arrest, all of which included morphine, codeine, promethazine, THC, hydrocodone, norcodeine, dihydrocodeine, and hydromorphone.
How this nigga drink?
Sosa eventually avoided jail on a guilty plea, but was sentenced to 6 months probation and 50 hours of community service. The final charge was reckless driving. And last but not least, we have the Chief's final arrest in South Dakota. In June of 2017, Chief Keef was arrested after airport security found marijuana edibles and blunts in his bag. During his hearing the following Friday, Chief Keef pled no contest to possession of a controlled substance, a Class 5 felony that is punishable with up to 5 years in prison. He was later released on bond, but was required to come back to South Dakota for his trial. His trial was almost 2 years later on April 26, 2019, and the outcome was all in his favor. The judge gave the chief a suspended imposition of a sentence, which means no conviction will be entered as long as he meets the conditions set by a judge. Apparently, a defendant can only receive a suspended imposition of a sentence once in their lifetime in the state of South Dakota. When it was all said and done, Chief Keef was ordered to pay a $500 fine, $104 in court costs, and $99 in testing fees. All the other charges were dropped. If you're wondering what the chief is up to nowadays, well, it looks like he just sits around in his mansion all day, making music, smoking weed, and playing video games. Once in a while, he'll travel around to do some shows, but other than that, he seems to live a pretty chill life, and is staying out of trouble. His last arrest was in June of 2017, so almost 2 years without an arrest is pretty good. Let's hope he can keep it up. Well, there you have it.
Damn. That's crazy though. I never knew the nigga got locked up that many times and they kept letting this nigga out. Like, it ain't a lot of niggas that get lucky like that, dude. Niggas first time getting locked up be they the last time. Cause they in that bitch. But this nigga, he did a lot of crazy, goofy ass shit, and they was letting this nigga dead out. But man, I'm probably be doing the criminal history of everybody shit. I kinda fuck with this though. I might start my own look, cause I don't think no other YouTuber doing this. So yeah, I'll probably start my own look, you know what I'm saying? My own little series, I guess, of watching all these different videos. So this one gonna probably be labeled part 1. Nah, because part 1's and shit, I mean, it's relating to, I ain't gonna put no parts in that, but I'm gonna basically be doing series though, of everybody criminal history down to like Lil Baby. I think they probably got like a criminal history of Bobby Smurder, shit like that, but yeah, y'all let me know how this video was. You know what I'm saying? Give me some suggestions. I still want to do, you know, subscriber suggestions or whatever. So go ahead and give me some suggestions of what y'all think I should react to and, you know, what y'all want to see. But help me get to 1K subs. I hope y'all have a good day. And remember what I said, count y'all blessings. Appreciate them. If you got your mom in your life, a lot of people that don't got their mom, you know, go hug her or something. Appreciate her. If you got your pops, it's a lot of people ain't got their pops. Not even if he did. Even if he's still alive, he just, you know, in motherfucker's life, he basically dead to their kids. So, you know, go ahead and appreciate the things y'all got. But I'm gonna get on up out of here. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Let's get it.